Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Grain prices are a little bit lower overnight. For the third straight day in a row, you've got wheat and corn prices down. For wheat, we continue to see the machines trade the headlines that Russia is going to increase exports before they run out. There was one article out there from a French consultant that said that Russia's crop is going to drop and their exports are going to drop to 31 million tons. This is kind of in line with a lot of talk. And again, that's down from the USDA numbers and quite a bit lower than last year. But there sure will be this time in which, the market is going to see lower world prices, and it seems like it has a domino effect, whether it's in French prices, Australia prices, or US prices. Some people think this is a great opportunity for end users to lock in some wheat for 2019, because prices could go higher once Russia slows their export trade. In the corn market, we've got the ongoing pro-farmer tour through U.S. Yesterday they were in Nebraska and Indiana. The Indiana yield was in line with the USDA's numbers and above last year and above average. Interesting thing about Nebraska, the headline says it was above last year and average, which it is, but it's also below the USDA number, which is kind of interesting. So as they move closer to the central part of the Midwest, the trade will continue to be watching what their yields are, especially versus USDA. And again, it's kind of the wrong time of year for corn to rally going into the harvest, especially as quickly as this crop is maturing. The 6-day weather forecast calls for a chance of rains over this weekend in the Midwest, but the 11 to 16 shows 2 weeks of hot and dry weather across most of the Midwest. So probably what we have as far as corn and bean yields is concerned is what we're going to eventually get. So the big question is the yield equal to USDA numbers? Is it above or is it below? And that's probably where prices are going to go. Cash is still firm in corn and still kind of on the soft end of beans, mostly because corn export and overall demand is good, while bean export demand is slow. Beans are lower. I think that the bean trade today will all be about any news that comes out of Washington between the U.S. and China trade talks. Most people think there won't anything resolved today, but we'll see the terminology and see if they can see a resolution in November, or at least slow the new tariffs that could be imposed on $200 billion worth of China's goods on September 7th. Not a good day for the White House yesterday. We'll see how it impacts the stock market. We'll see how it impacts the financial markets. Shouldn't have an impact on the grains, but we'll just kind of see how things flow as we move along in Washington news. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.